Hi everyone, it's Cindy and I'm back with another craft with me. This is part 4 of working on the altered book. And this is where we finished the other day. So I just made a couple of, I think I did this one on video. And I just did the same thing here with some of my collage paper. And so yeah, ready to move on. Hopefully, in the interest of time, I gathered up the stuff that I wanted to use on the next few pages, so I'm not going to be scrambling around on the desk. So this is just a little bit of a cutout from the paper that I had made with all those plastic cuts. So what I want to do here is I'm just going to put them down here. And get my glue stick. So we had snow this morning. Just a little bit, just enough to get the ground white. So, November 2nd, that's not so unusual to get snow in the end of October into the 1st of November. Lots of times in my memory we've had snow for Halloween. So, there's that. I just don't see anybody journaling on this page. I mean, a piece of paper could be clipped on there, but it's not a pocket on that side. So I just did that. Stuck one of these cards in here, and it's light enough to be written on. So, and I just thought I would put this across here. So let's get some art glitter glue. And move my glue stick out of the way. So, where y'all live, and did you get any snow yet this year? I know out west some of y'all have had lots of snow. Nobody would call what we got lots. But we did get snow. And it was the first day back to school for a lot of kids that were doing hybrid, half at school, half at home education with the whole situation. So, yeah. I can't decide if I want something there yet or not. I don't have anything in mind, so I'm just going to skip over that for now. If not, it would be a good place for the eventual owner to personalize a little bit. This, I don't know if it shows up on camera very well. I'll bring it over here a little bit. It's a dark red, but it's got music paper in the background. So I thought I should do something a little musically inclined. I didn't have much, but this did come in one of the pages that I passed the cut. So I thought I was going to stick that on there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's let these stick back. So yeah, let me know how much snow you've had, or if you even get snow where you are. And we can... It was horribly windy yesterday before the snow moved in this morning. And my husband said, there goes the last of those leaves. And then, of course, here comes the snow. So that, if there was any doubt that we still had fall hanging around, it's gone. I took that little phonograph there. And then I have one of our cool dudes over here from Paper Dolls. And I thought I would just stand him here next to the phonograph with his hand on top of it. And so we'll see how that goes down. When you're decorating so many pages, it gets hard to want to do too much on each page, because you just know there's so many more yet to come. But I also want to give it some character. And then over here, I just thought I'd pop this lovely couple here. It occurred to me that knowing that these photos are probably from the 20s and 30s, that this book, being printed in 1937, is very appropriate for all these paper dolls. So, that gave me kind of a kick. So we had exactly one trick-or-treater last night. Princess Cooper came. We never get many. We might usually get one other. Our neighbor's great-granddaughter comes usually. She lived in the neighborhood for a while when her parents were saving money for a house. But now they live a little further away, but they usually do stop anyway. And I'm sure it was just because of things that they didn't stop. I thought that's all I do there. I like sending one of the Tim Holtz cards. Although I might switch it out when I get the book done and move cards around so they're more evenly distributed. I have some other things to make some tags with, besides just the ivory cardstock. So, we'll see. That I may switch them out later. So on this one, I thought I would just throw a few things down. First of all, let me pull all this away so you can see what's going on over here. This is that matte paper. And so I thought maybe we would just do a little travel theme on these two pages. And since there's a map there, I have this little map that came with some Tim Holtz stuff. And I've gone ahead and inked these. No, I didn't. I thought I had, but maybe not. So I thought, just to give some texture going on here. And put this other ticket down here. And then I thought I'd stick that in there just for a little bit of color. So, yeah. But we need to distress our edges just a little bit. Halloween wasn't last night, it was the night before. Jeez. I do know what day it is. I just misspoke there. And let's see what else goes on. I cooked on my new stove the other day. I made an internet-found recipe. Someone had posted it on Facebook, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. And it's one of my husband's favorites. It's called Civil War macaroni. And you don't make it like any macaroni and cheese, actually. And it's, you put, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. The original recipe called for just a cup of macaroni and 2 cups of milk, but I double that, because we always like to eat it more than once. So, anyway, you put them both together in a cold pan, bring it to a simmer, a good rolling simmer. Well, actually, you get it up to not quite a boil, but bubbling. But you're stirring constantly. You don't ever let it sort of run off with itself. And it takes quite a while, about 20 minutes at least, if not close to a half an hour, to you cook away all the liquid. And then the macaroni absorbs all that milk. And it's really tasty. Then you put in a cup of Parmesan cheese, shredded Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of nutmeg and salt and pepper to taste. Not much salt with that much Parmesan, but just a little bit. and bake it with 2 tablespoons of butter or thereabouts, and you pour it into a baking dish and bake it for the next 20 minutes to get it all sort of that last little golden brown on top. And it's just one of our favorites. We love it. Open up a package of some green vegetable, and in the summertime we could just slice 2 tomatoes on the plate. But for some reason my husband just doesn't feel up to making it, or doesn't want to be up to making it. And I couldn't make it when we didn't have a front burner. So now I can do it. So, dang stove. You know, I just sit in my walker to cook, and so I'm sitting there, and I'm just a little bit, you know, back further than is comfortable. So I was stirring like this, and I leaned forward with my other arm on the edge of the stove. It's cold on that side, you know, it's a flat glass top. And all of a sudden the oven's beeping at me, and this light's flashing, and I said to Vern, somehow I've got this light flashing at me, I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know, somehow I turned the oven on when I leaned against it, and I just moved my arm over a little after a couple of times of doing that. So, goofy thing, but it felt good to be cooking again. I used to cook a lot. I mean, when I was a stay-at-home mom, I collected cookbooks, and I didn't just collect them. I studied them and looked for recipes that I could afford the ingredients for, and when I couldn't, I would adapt 2 or 3 recipes until I came up with something that was close to what was in the original recipes, and yet still something we could either, you know, there would be something in it that we didn't like, or couldn't afford, or whatever. But so I miss those days of being able to, you know, spend a whole day cooking. I used to, my son's favorite birthday dinners, still is to this day. He just doesn't ask for it anymore because he knows it's beyond me. I would make chicken cordon bleu, and he just loved that. But it's a lot of work because he wants at least 3 or 4 of the, you know, pieces of chicken, and his dad wants that. And I usually only eat 1, but and of course he always is happiest if he has leftovers, so it's quite the undertaking to make enough. And it's never usually just us if we have a thing like that. Of course, now he's married, and so did I put that? Yep, I knew I was going to do it. Over there. Nope. So, maybe I'll get back to doing something like that. It'd be nice. I'd like to do it for him before he goes. They move to Colorado. It'd be nice. But I know we want to do a big Thanksgiving dinner. His wife will be home to help close up the house in the middle of the month here, the 14th to the 17th. So I think we'll have a Thanksgiving dinner with her before she goes back, and then we'll do another one on Thanksgiving Day with Joe and Amy when they come with the boys. So yeah, there's those 2 pages, and neither of the on this side do we have any pockets, so we can move on. And we've got about 6 minutes left, so we can I decided I wouldn't do anything with this pocket over here and just put this card in here, but I do need to put some coffee dyed paper on the back. Tea dyed paper, I don't do coffee dyed paper. Put this on. Tiana's, my daughter-in-law's favorite thing is my bread stuffing. She had never had just a plain bread stuffing, and just raised over it. She just thinks it's the best thing ever. And somebody said something about what we'll do for Thanksgiving, and I said, well, we're probably going to eat twice, have 2 different meals, but I said, Tiana doesn't care what the meat is as long as it's got stuffing alongside it. But, yeah, I just couldn't imagine that, you know, our Pennsylvania Dutch bread stuffing was anything all that exciting. But her mother was here one year, this time of year, and we did a Thanksgiving dinner, and she was just as enamored with it. She'd never had anything like it either. So, it was kind of fun. They both raved over it. Tiana's family's Norwegian, Minnesota, and they do much fancier things with their stuffing, with seafood and stuff like that. So, our humble bread stuffing is what got them all excited. I got the biggest kick out of that. So anyway, I thought these numbers would, these letters and numbers on here would go well with the block letters on that page. So the other thing about when we have Tiana for Thanksgiving dinner is my family has forever made what we call baked corn, and it's sweeter than most people make their baked corn, or corn pudding, or corn casserole, whatever you want to call it. Most people just lightly sweeten it. We like ours sweetened almost to the point where it's more like a dessert, but we love that sweetness with the savory foods. We like to have it with stuff like stuffed peppers and tomatoes, and you know, when you bake the peppers in tomato sauce. I don't have anything for here. I don't know why, but I don't. Well, let's think about that for a moment. I think I thought that with these, it made it a lot going on. So let's just move these up a little bit, and then it'll be just about time to end this video. I am getting a new vlogging camera, so I should be able to make these craft with me videos a little bit longer in the future. I've tasked my son with picking one out for me, because he's a photographer and he knows such stuff. I might have said that in the last video, or I might have said it in one that never saw the light of day. I don't remember, so I apologize if I did say it before. This is a card that actually could be journaled on both sides. There's that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my line of thinking, was that it'd just be awfully busy. If I put anything, that'll be something subtle, like maybe a bit of lace. I'm not sure, maybe I'm going to do that. So there's that. So we did, basically, I can't really say we did anything there, but we did do 4 pages and moved on from these. So we're getting there. This is where we'll start next time. So thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back, and thanks for watching.